We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Miami. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, hey.
Play action. Now Jackson. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Hey, middle.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4. You look at this Jaguar defense. They enter play 1 from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Dolphins at 10-5 to start play. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Hey, Ozzy, sit up.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 2. Jackson. He'll take this off to Achane. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
Achane gets it from the gun. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now 2nd and 9.
180. Hey, Ozzy, sit up.
Jackson. He's taken in by the tight end Fant. Touchdown. Noah Fant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. Now the try here for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars out first and 10. Right at the 30.
Lisa 24.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
That'll assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. You talk about this Miami defense. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You have no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop them on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he is caught. And some room to work. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Brian Thomas, 72 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm not going to look at physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Oh, ready? No, we changed it. Go. Go ahead.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Etienne. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Play action. It's Jackson. Man open. That's Anthony Schwartz. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hung on the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From the 43, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Ready, shot. 180. Ready, shot. Ready, shot.
Throwing is Jackson. This is Fant on the short completion. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
They go play action with Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. Throw caught by H. Down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to the ground, H.M. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Second and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Now Jackson. This will be caught at about the 5. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. 7-7, our score after one. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it looking at 4th and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
Shot. UAX.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And this time he is in. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. A dangerous return man showing it here. Solid return. Field position, they'll start at the 32. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch this long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
From the 35, here's second down at 7.
Here we go.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Lawrence to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't come in.
But we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known the points won't come so easy again.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Tyson Campbell up to make the stop. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Forward.
2nd and 9.
Middle.
Achane here, they stay on the ground. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Real quick, ready?
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Hey! Sit up!
From the gun, Jackson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Sit up! Ready? Sit up!
Up the middle, Achane. The result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, You got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Returned it. Hey, Ozzy, check out. Let go.
And he'll have the Dolphins first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Yo.
To throw is Jackson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He can have a few tells out there that they're keying in on,
let's go.
allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Second and 10.
Hey, Lion. Hurt. 30 left.
Lawrence. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Lawrence. He'll find ETN out of the backfield. Well, almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. So the kick from here, a field goal, would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Handoff running left is ETN. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
13, move. Go.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Musgrave is going out right. And this carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, just not much room there to operate. calling a gain of 3 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
23. Hey, kill.
Here's Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown. Brian Thomas with career touchdown number 60. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from drawing level. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now it's Jackson. Boy, a dangerous throw there. Fortunate for him, it'll wind up incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey, middle. Sit up.
Now it's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Middle.
Again, Jackson. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to have to hook up the shorts. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Go ahead. Thirteen. Hey.
And Jackson throwing once more. That's caught well on the left side. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
ready?
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
And his kick is good.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the 3rd quarter will start from the 30. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. A short throw to Musgrave.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here is 3rd and 5. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game.
Hey,
but plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. That's a strong run. And it'll work down inside the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to fire that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
11.
Lawrence will throw. That is caught for Sean Bateman.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
11.
Now Lawrence to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Lion. 11, Agate. Take right open.
Now Lawrence.
And he's got it.
And the Jaguars are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
ETN is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So, partner, was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
No, we changed it.
Jackson now.
Throw caught by Ochin.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A run straight ahead with Ochin. He'll get it up near midfield at 49 before being taken down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd down and 6.
Go. Go.
Now Jackson. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call.
Hey, come on. Right shot. Set up.
Jackson from the shotgun.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Red on red. Heavy. Heavy. Here we go.
Straight ahead, ETN.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd down, ETN once more.
And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
4 receivers on the field. It's 3rd and 4.
Hey, easy. Route. Go. Let's go.
Lawrence.
And the throw will be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing to look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. Well, they got the turnover in great field position, but unable to do anything with it. And they're left taking the easy 3 on the field goal.
Yeah, you're right about that. A great chance at a short field touchdown. On a sudden change, you take the ball away. You expect your offense to put it into the end zone. But they'll take the 3 for now, even if they feel just a little bit let down.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Jackson now off the bootleg. Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's another first down and what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Now they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, Ozzy, sit up.
They'll give this to Achane. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
13. Hey.
Jackson. Being chased out left.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Rolling to his right.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
It's a loss of a yard, so they'll end up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack on offense. Sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Duvernay in motion. They go play action with Lawrence.
Pressure, and they get it to him again.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
And he'll take it just outside the 40. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Omar, ready? Hey, Alpha, sit on! Ready? Ready, shot!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss.
Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's counted. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Ozzy, sit up.
Throwing is Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Jags force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Hey, go. 11.
ETN once more. Forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. Now Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. ETN up the middle. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Hey, let's go.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Lawrence now off the bootleg.
Just get rid of it.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Hey, Lion.
Play for 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
They go play action now. Lawrence. That is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact, the first incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Gay's kick is good.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got it. Complete. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 70 yards. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First downs a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Ben, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line is really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
They'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Thomas brings it in. He'll get it inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 45 yards.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they see them. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
11, Agate.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they're long first down. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
Hey, go, go! Go, go!
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision him putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Go, go.
Throwing now, Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Ready.
Throwing, Jackson. They set up the screen. H.A. has it.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Change it. Report, report. You. Hey, middle. Nice shot.
Jackson to throw.
He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Here's 3rd down and 5.
Middle. Hey, report. Get up.
Jackson.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's the downside of taking these big shots because they're definitely lower percentage plays. And now you look up and it's 4th down. So not only do you have to worry about getting big yardage, you also need to just keep the game alive.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Shot.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
BC, ready? Get up! Ready? You at X.
Jackson. as hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Under 50 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hot! Let's go! Get hot! 13. Touch!
Here's Jackson. This is caught by Waddle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. Now Jackson. Looking outside, he's got him in. That's Connor. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Well, this offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down.
No. No, we changed it. Shut up.
Now Jackson. And it's caught. And he's in for a touchdown. And barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right. Just one more element to complete the victory. Now the extra point. And they have got the lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Hey, kill. Hey. 11.
Back to throw. Lawrence. Looking long for Thomas. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now penalty flag down. And they may be going backward here. So the roll a little tougher here. Now 1st and 20.
13, Lou. 11. Here we go.
Here's Lawrence. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple of laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for Miami, they get an important win here to move to 11-5 on the year.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.